You got the name Ringo Starr.
Liverpool, everyone gets nicknames, you know. There's the Hammerman, there's Nat, there's, you know, Porky, there's this, there's that. Everyone's, because it's a port and it's... And so I started wearing these. And so people would say rings. And then when we went professional to play Butlin's Holiday Camp, when I was with Rory Storm, we all changed our names. And so I was being called Rings anyway, so I didn't... That was all right, but it went nowhere, Rings. So I said Ringo, and I like cowboys anyway, and we all sort of turned into cowboys. I was Ringo, and then Ringo Starkey didn't really make it, so just Ringo Starr, boom, boom, boom. And then we had Johnny Guitar, Rory Storm, Ty O'Brien, Lou Walters, and we just went out and did it.
Yeah. How much of your success do you feel can be attributed to the fact that you were a member of the Beatles?
Oh, 50%. At least 50%, you know. But the rest is you still have to do the job in the end, you know. I mean, I sell records, and it doesn't matter if I've been in the Beatles or not. If they don't like the record out there, they won't buy it, you know. Doesn't matter how much we plug it or do anything. But I do tend to get, you know, like plays on my stuff where maybe if you made a record, you couldn't because I'm Ringo. You know,
right.
So DJs will tend to put me on the playlist, or at least check me out, because they get so many records a week, you know, and if they see it's Tommy Fart, you know, they're going to say, well, and mine, I mean, in all honesty, I think they would play mine to check that out first, if they didn't know Danny and the Peglegs, you know.
Yeah. Ringo, are you surprised at the resurgence and re-releasing of all the old Beatles material?
No. I mean, we have left EMI and Capitol now, so they're going to put it all out and capitalize and get as much bread as they can out of us now, you know.
Yeah, do you think it's just capitalizing, or do you think it's something a little more than that?
I think the English one was a good idea with the 10 singles. That was fun, you know. I mean, so that's never been done. Here, they're just putting out an album and singles.
Who are some of the people you have performing with you?
Well, I have, you know, the Fab Three have written me one each, George, Paul, and John. And John flew in to work with me. And the other night, Paul came down because he's going to play here next week, right. The LA Forum. So him and he came down with Linda, so they sang on it for me, on their track. George is in England, so he didn't. Jesse Ed Davis is a guitarist, Danny Cooch. Melissa Manchester sings on it. Dr. John's on it. Klaus is on it. Keltner's on it. There's so many people. I mean, we kept changing the band. Van Dyke Parks, you know. I mean, we changed the band to suit the tracks we think of doing that day, you know. But this is roughly of the album cover.
Hi, you'll have everything you need right here, and John will be calling you about 8:30 tonight.
Okay. It's going to look roughly like this. This is our first showing of it. This is just the mock-up, folks.
A new album with Atlanta.
And it's going to be called
Ringo's
Rotogravure.